What's something that's clearly overpriced yet people still buy? Pretty much anything having to do with the wedding industry is exorbitantly expensive. I couldn't believe the prices when being quoted for the venue, cake, photographer, the church, dresses and tuxedos, the rings, the ducking props, etc. Ducking absurd that people are willing to go into massive debt for a wedding. Disneyland tickets. They keep going up, and the parks are always crowded. Right now, cars, at least in my area, brand new cars are few and far between, and it's not unusual to see used cars with prices 10k to 12k above what the price was a year and a half ago. It's insane. K-Cups. The difference in price 100 grams between them and a regular bag of pre-ground coffee is absolutely insane. Beer at sports games. Real estate. Everything to do with real estate. Branded medicines. 30% 90% more than generic medicines. Adobe Creative Cloud. No, rather that buying it's a bullshit subscription. But they got a monopoly on programs that I have to eat. That 600-year contract. Wedding anything. Call it anything but a wedding and suddenly the venue, the food, the everything is like half off the wedding price. It's insane. Just buy white stuff and skip wedding stores too. It's all insanely marked up. Also do your bridesmaids a favor maybe and schedule the wedding after prom season and woo cheap as hell bridesmaid gowns everywhere. Also ridiculous at bridal store. Ugh. DoorDash. The prices are more expensive on the app. Then once you add a service fee, taxes, and a tip it ends up being 10-20 more than if you had just gone in person. Then by the time it gets to you, it's cold and the order is almost always wrong anyways. Graphics cards. The recent state of the GPU market has shown me how people don't give a duck about parting ways with their money, lol. Actually this is why my Ryzen 5900 has to put up with a 1060 6GB. As long as it works I will not buy a new one in this market. Edit one of us. I thank the 1060 crew and similar mole people for doubling my Karma XD. Flowers on Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. PS5 feats and box Series X's from scalpers. Clothes. I was at a factory in Bangladesh once where they were making products for a well-known brand. The factory owner handed me a top and said, take it. It'll be worth loads by the time you get home. Sure enough, when I got home, the same design top was being sold for about 60-70. It cost them about £1 to manufacture. Working in transportation when there was a claim for a load of brand name men's suits. The invoice price straight from the factory was about US 40 EA. Pants and jacket. Those same suits were about $1,400 at retail. Diamonds. They're literally a scam. A diamond company did a fantastic job brainwashing people into associating diamonds with love and implying false scarcity for shiny rocks. In Canada. Cell phone plans. Alcohol at restaurants. I remember hearing a long time ago 80s that a guy took a bottle of booze 30 from a work party hosted at a bar and the bar charged them $300 for it because that's what they could have charged. We all thought that was stupid, idiotic and nearly a crime. Now dumbasses post on Insta bragging about getting bottle service and being charged $400 for a bottle of cheap liquor. At least have the bartender mix it for you. In Ontario you can take your own wine with you to the restaurant. Not sure anyone does though. Yeah, you can pretty much everywhere but there is a corkage fee. Houses can DOS right now. Everywhere. Beats by Dren are overpriced trash. Most of their annual budget goes to advertising rather than rot. They even put weights in their headphones so they feel like they have more hardware in them than they really do. Edit apparently some of their models have gotten much better since the Apple acquisition. That doesn't change anything for me considering Apple deserves to be in the discussion as well. While they make good stuff, I think we can all agree the price markup is one of the biggest in tech. Haha. That was an old marketing tactic on the first computers in the late 70s and early 80s. They put weights in some computers because people pick them up and assume this has more stuff. Therefore it's better. Weddings. Edit I managed a very cheap wedding when I was 20. 1000. Second-hand dress. High school photography student. Venue through a church connection. Carry-in dinner. Etc. We've been married for nearly 10 years now and just welcomed our first child into our little family. Starbucks. Babies. You can get them for free with a little bit of poor judgment. It is not the upfront cost that is the problem with babies. It is the monthly fees and the ongoing repairs that are constantly required. Designer clothes. I visited Milan a few years ago and visited the Armani store there. I thought it would be nice to buy something from the genuine Armani store. I found a plain black shirt with no logo or embroidery and they wanted 1100 euros for it. 3500 euros for a pair of shoes. A staff member saw us looking around and said, "You want something nice from here? I have these scarves. They were basically tissue paper and they wanted 300 euros for it." Basic feminine hygiene products. It's bad enough that they feel uncomfortable, but it would help to make it cheaper. In Ontario, pads are subject to 13%, but salsa and hummus isn't. Beef jerky. I would buy some more often if it wasn't so expensive. Remember, you lose about 50% weight in the drying process, hence the high prices. Soda at restaurants. I used to be a manager at McDonald's and did the math one time on how much we expected to make from everything. It takes less than 3 cents to make a large cup of soda, including the cup, lid and straw. Some places charge you to a cup. Sit down restaurants offer refills but still charge you like 5 or more. Magic erasers. Melamine sponges, the exact same thing, are way cheaper if you buy them by their actual names. Supermarket herb spices, which are sold in small jars or tubes. It is ridiculous when you start calculating price per kilo. Let's take dried basil for example. 11 grams glass jar, around 2.09 euros, 231. Price per kilogram 19,000, 20,960. Buy in bulk is way more cheaper. Wedding gowns. There is no reason for them to be as expensive as they are. Even if they are covered in Swarovski crystals, they aren't selling you the dress. They are selling you the idea. If that one perfect day, they tell you that you have to buy this extravagant dress because that's your one day and make you feel bad if you don't. So knowing you will be so carried in there, you charge the hell out of them. Trash bags. How can we pay so much for something that is meant to be thrown away? NFTs. Why are you paying hundreds for a ducking JPEG? Edit, please stop explaining why NFTs aren't stupid to me in the replies. I figured by my comment that it was obvious I don't give a duck. Get a life. Pets. Just go to a shelter and grab a fluff ball for a reasonable cost. Gillette razors. Get those single bladed safety ones and buy those for close to nothing. DoorDash or other food delivery services. It wasn't that bad a few years ago, but DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates suddenly raised the service fee from 1 to 3, as well as raising the average delivery fee. It's up to 9 for some places on Postmates, just for the delivery fee. Grubhub is easily the best and cheapest of the 4, but still isn't great. Worse yet, they all artificially raise the prices of all food and drink items to hose the customer even more. 1 to 7 combo from a fast food place. That'll be 12 plus delivery service fees, tax tip 25. The only app I've seen that doesn't raise prices is Beyond Menu. I think they work with restaurants who have their own drivers. So what you pay in store is what you pay in the app. Plus like a 3 delivery fee. Only downside is their offerings are quite limited. Health insurance. Yay, America. Reddit awards. If you enjoyed this video and want more Ask Reddit related content, click subscribe and hit the notification bell.